जय श्री कृष्णा friends, welcome to Ask Hitesh Astrology. Krishna is happiness, Krishna ही खुशी है, as I always say. And today we'll talk about when a moon is weak in anybody's chart. So how to judge that, like if the moon is strong or weak. So before I start the video, please subscribe the channel, like it, comment it, keep supporting as you are doing. I'm very much obliged for that. And please push the notification bell also, so you would get all my videos that I post time to time. And if you have any queries, if you want to take personal consultations from me, you can easily contact me. My number keeps flashing in the video and it's always given in the description of the video below. You can contact me through the email also. And if you want to study Vedic astrology in a very simple way, spiritual way, then also you can contact me on the same numbers or through the email, and you can ask me about the course and about the fee structure. So in anybody's chart, if moon is not doing well, if it is weak, so what are the symptoms, what are the points to look for, like when the moon is not good? See, moon in whole is the mind, as everybody knows, and it is actually born out of the churning of the ocean. When the ocean was churned, at that time Lakshmi also came out, and then moon also came out. So moon is related to goddess Lakshmi, and and because of that it's related to all kind of wealth, prosperity and happiness too. So when moon is weak in anybody's chart, the primary thing is you'll be missing on the happiness. Like maybe you are having some kind of thing, maybe you are having some kind of properties because of the other things, other planets or the other yogas, but still you will not be having that kind of happiness that you need in your life. Maybe you are not having that kind of contentment, like that will be missing from your life. Your house also, when the moon is weak in your chart, it will be having some kind of problems. Maybe like the west side of the house will be having some kind of problems. Then there can be problem related to the plumbing things also. Then whatever things are there, like washing machines and all those things that are related to water, they can also go wrong like many times. And it is a sign like the moon is not very good. And at home also, like the general happiness will be missing. Like mainly the people there will not be contented in your house, and sometimes you will not be able to buy a house also. Maybe you have to live in a rented house also. Or maybe when the moon is weak, and if you have a house, if you buy a house, some kind of like bad experience you have at that time. With your mother, there can be some kind of problems, maybe misunderstandings with her, or maybe she is having problem in her life, or maybe your mother is not well, she is sick, or like in some other cases, maybe your mother is not there with you, for you. So that can be a very traumatic situation for the persons whose moon like is weak in their chart. So overall happiness is not there when the moon is not good in your chart. And then self expressions are also not there. Moon is mostly the motherly kind of love that we give to everyone, generous nature, charitable nature, and looking after someone. So those things are missing when the moon is weak. You yourself are not very confident, you yourself are not very charged up, like while talking to people also. Mostly, like most of the times, maybe you are into some kind of worries, some kind of tensions are always there with you, depressions, phobias, some kind of fears, like those things are attached when the moon is weak in your chart. At the time of difficulties, or at the time of some kind of major things that happen in everybody's life, but with you, when your moon will be weak, you will be very much like that time depressed, or you will not be knowing what to do. Like you will not be good at decision taking also. You will not take the decision at the right time when it is needed. Moon also represents our childhood. So the persons who are having a weak moon, like their childhood time also will not be very good. They'll be having like many kind of problems can be there with their health only. They can be having some kind of problems, or they'll miss out on like education also, their memory and that self understanding nature, those things will be not there. It will be very difficult with them to study in education. Maybe there are breaks in education also till the age of 16 or 18 maybe sometimes. So your childhood is not going to be very good, or maybe you are having some kind of trouble, like some kind of issues related to happiness or your family, or on the whole, because moon represents the fourth house also in Kalpurush Kundli. So it is the natural karka for happiness and family. So there can be some kind of problem at your house, or with your loved ones. So things will not be easy for you in the childhood also. And then you can have some problems also, like maybe while sleeping, like sleep disorders will be there. You'll not be having a sound sleep. You'll be missing on it mostly. You'll be overthinking sometimes, like the things that you shouldn't actually think about normally, but you'll be keep on like thinking upon them. Your mind will be on like a chase, like for anything that is not needed also. So those kind of thoughts can also be there with you always. And then you can hide also something. You'll not be very expressive. You'll not be very happy meeting with people, like some kind of isolation you will try to put yourself in. And wealth wise also, you will be having problem, like money and wealth wise also, because as the moon actually moon has this tendency to gain and then lose in the Amavasya, like it totally disappears, and then in Purnima it comes back to its full power. So like that also your money will be like, sometimes you'll be having lots of problem with the wealth, and then sometimes suddenly you can have money also, and that too not by your efforts mainly, maybe some kind of support maybe you will have. You will not be that person who will be supporting people also very much, because it is not that you don't want to support people, but the things will be like you will not be in that kind of position because of your frame of mind, or because you don't have certain kind of wealth to help somebody or to give them a shoulder at time of needs. So these kind of problems are there with the people whose moon is weak. You will get anxious on very small things, like you will be disturbed and you will not know what to do, how to do things. Sometimes you can go for some kind of intoxications also when the moon is weak in your chart, and you can have many problem related to water related diseases. You can have like maybe typhoids or like cold fevers, or some kind of water related more diseases like in your, from the health point of view. You can be anemic, and in the females they can have some kind of problem related to the menstruation cycle, or they can be anemic, or problem with the fertility thing also. So all these kind of things can happen. Blood problems also, some kind of circulation problems, as moon denotes blood also. So some kind of these kind of diseases will be there. Travels will be fruitless many times. You'll have to do many kind of travels in your life that will not come out to be very good. Foreign travel also you will not actually, maybe you will not have in your life when the moon is weak in your chart. And palpitations are also seen, like at the time of distress or anxiety, when there are some kind of traumatic situations in your life, like your heart, like it starts palpitating very fast. So those palpitations are there, so maybe you have to take some kind of medications for that. In general, you are not very optimistic. You are always onto the pessimistic side. You hide things. You are not very happy, and actually the moon is always joyful, always sees a beautiful thing, and you cannot be creative also. Or maybe you are creative, but then you can't express those kind of things, because moon, it does not have that kind of power in your chart. It's weak, so it can't express it nicely, whatever you are feeling from inside. It's not that you people will not be intelligent, or you will not be having that kind of energy with you. But the thing is, the expressions will be lacking. Sometimes it will be like you will feel that you are not needed in the world, because of that kind of thing, because happiness is not there for you always. Like, there are certain kind of problems that are always going on with you regarding your happiness and wealth and home and prosperity with the people. Like, also like the public dealing also, you will not be very good. Maybe sometimes you are cut off, maybe sometimes you will be very critical, sometimes you will be very sarcastic also at times. And then when the moon is weak, one more thing is seen, like these people can be very lustful also at the time, like when the in the nights, like you can do some kind of like absurd things, the things that normally no one does when the moon is weak. So it can take your mind to the other realm, or to the sides of some kind of like perversion. So those kind of attitudes and things and qualities are also seen when moon is not very good. You are not very stable, you are not very focused, memory is not there, you are actually not moving from your own self. Maybe sometimes people will be there to guide you, but on a wrong road, they'll take you on a wrong road. People will not there to support you or nurture you. That is also a problem when the moon is weak. So there are a whole lot of problems when the moon is weak in your chart. The natural happiness, the natural concentration, the natural stability, emotional balance is always missing. That gentleness, that compassionate nature, maybe you'll be missing on that, and then you'll be always worried about things. So these are all like some of the main things when the moon is not very good in your chart. So the inner contentment, satisfaction, peace, have wealth, all these things will not be there. You will not find peace at home also, the important place, like for everyone. Whenever you go back to your home, it actually like seems like haunting you there also. So you will not get peace at your home also. So there are a lot of things, lot of remedies that can be done, but the most important one, and I'll be making videos on the remedies also for all the planets. And so the point is, like, you should always try to fix problems if you are having in your house, like any kind of plumbing things or the leakage things. If some kind of like leakage is there in your house, mostly there will be some kind of leakage whenever the moon is weak in your chart. So try to please repair those things. Try to worship Lord Shiva, it's very important for you. And then try to respect your mother, and please don't disrespect women, because moon represent women also in general. So you have to respect them very much. And then you should consume daily, maybe some from some form, like Ganga Jal also you should use daily in your life. Maybe you should take a sip of it daily. It is going to give back the kind of energy you need. It is going to give you the kind of the senses you actually want in your life, that strength, that happiness, that contentment, something to hold on. So those things are going to help. Like, these are the general remedies that you should always do, but these are the most important ones also. I hope you like the video, and if you are having any kind of questions related to this video, you can please ask in the comment section. Jai Shri Krishna.